Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are looking at something absolutely crucial for indie developers. We are unlocking what is arguably the most cost-effective marketing strategy available on Steam right now. Let's talk about Mad Octopus bundles and how they are literally automating Steam visibility.
So picture this. You are an indie dev, right? You just shipped a genuinely good game. I know this hits incredibly close to home for so many of you. You poured your heart, your soul, your dwindling budget into making this thing. It's finally out there. But you look at your dashboard and crickets. Nobody is seeing it. Where are the players? Steam gets thousands of new releases every single month, so it's ridiculously crowded. Your wish lists stall out, traffic is totally flat, and you just desperately need eyes on your store page. And the usual answers? Well, they all cost money. Money you'd definitely rather spend on, actually making games. It's such a frustrating pain point.
Okay, let's dive into this, because when you launch, you're basically staring down two paths. Path one is what we'll call the Steam lottery. You're shelling out for expensive ads, shouting into this insanely crowded market, and just crossing your fingers that the algorithm magically picks you up. It is so unpredictable. But then, on the right, we have this brilliant, often completely overlooked alternative, the bundle strategy. This is all about securing permanent free visibility by essentially borrowing another developer's audience. You get this prime placement right in the complete the set box on a partner's page. It's a wildly strategic move, but so many indies skip it just because they think it's too much of a hassle.
Let's actually define what we mean by a Steam bundle here. Mechanically, it's a cross-promotion strategy. Your game and another dev's game permanently appear on each other's store pages. And it's a completely free way to get in front of new buyers. You aren't paying for clicks, you're trading for them. You're literally putting your game in front of people who are already looking at games exactly like yours right when their wallets are open and they are in a purchasing mood. Plus, launching a new bundle gives both of your studios a brand new launch beat. It's a fresh excuse to post on social media, ping your Discord, or reach out to curators.
So if it's that effective, why isn't every single indie doing it all the time? Well, one word: friction. The old way of doing this is just insanely tedious. First you're hunting down partner emails and just hoping they actually check their inbox. Then, if they do reply, you're hit with the absolute nightmare of the Steamworks setup. You have to manually format all your bundle artwork into 6 very specific sizes. You've got to calculate the discount math and negotiate that. And then you have to perfectly time the launch so you don't just drown in the noise of a massive seasonal Steam sale or an X-Fest. It's a massive, massive headache.
And honestly, that immense friction is exactly why Mad Octopus Bundles was built. It is essentially your secret weapon here. The source material uses this fantastic, slightly hilarious metaphor. Think of it as a dating app, but for pairing indie games that would actually sell really well next to each other. It's matchmaking, but for Steam bundles. It takes this wildly complex spreadsheet-heavy slog and makes it as intuitive as just swiping on your phone.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how they've simplified things. The software breaks the whole matchmaking process down into 4 super streamlined steps. Step 1, join and add your game. Step 2, swipe. Step 3, match. And Step 4, ship. That's it. It completely transforms a workflow that used to take literally days of back and forth emails and graphic design into a totally logical, automated flow. Let's break down how these steps actually work in practice.
Step 1 is completely frictionless. You literally just go to the site, put in your email, and paste your Steam store link. The tool takes over from there, automatically pulling in your game's name, the official art, genres, price, and even your review score straight from Steam. But here's the absolute best part. It verifies you. If your email matches the contact email on your public Steam page, boom, you're verified and in the pool. If not, a real human checks it out. This keeps the matchmaking pool so clean. No bots, no shovelware. You are only matching with real studios.
Once you're in, we hit Step 2, the swipe. You get a curated deck of potential partner games, and each one has a fit score. Now this isn't random at all. The tool calculates this based on genre, price point, and audience overlap. It's feeding you games that have a really high probability of selling well right next to yours. And for sure, privacy is baked right in. You can like the games you want to bundle with, pass on the rest, and your choices stay entirely private unless that other developer likes you back.
So what happens when you both swipe right? Step 3, you match. And honestly, the relief here is instant. The moment a mutual like happens, the tool immediately unlocks their contact details, their full studio profile, and fires up a built-in chat right there on the platform. You don't have to go scouring Twitter bios or digging through company websites trying to find an email address anymore. You are instantly connected with a dev who is already totally on board to collaborate with you.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer amount of tedious work that just evaporates in step 4. When you match, you don't just get a chat box, you get an automated bundle kit. This right here normally eats up an entire day of work. The tool generates the bundle artwork in all 6 required Steamworks formats, blending both games' official art perfectly. It hands you a ready-to-paste store description, it even calculates a suggested discount and actually explains the reasoning behind it. Plus, you get launch window suggestions, perfectly timed to dodge those big sales, and a shared checklist to keep you both on track. You basically just grab the assets, pick a date in the chat, and set it up.
Now, obviously, servers and tools like this require resources to run. So let's talk pricing, which is a very transparent choice. On the free plan, joining and using the tool costs you absolutely nothing up front. In exchange, Mad Octopus might just place one of their own bundles in one of the top 3 bundle slots on your Steam page when they need it. Or you can go with the paid plan, where you keep every single bundle slot on your page entirely for yourself. And if you do decide to go with that paid plan, it's just a stark, one-time, lifetime fee of $9.99. That's it. No recurring monthly subscriptions to worry about. And I really want to stress this, no matter which plan you pick, the revenue from your own game always stays yours. Steam settles the products totally separately. This whole tool is purely about securing that hyper-valuable real estate on the store page.
It really helps to know who's actually behind all this too. This isn't just some random tech startup that decided to jump into gaming. It's built by Mad Octopus. They are indie Steam publishers themselves. They actively ship bundles for their own games all the time. They also run a massive database of over 24,000 gaming creators for influencer campaigns and publishing. The reason this platform feels so incredibly dialed into an indie dev's actual workflow is because they originally built it internally as a dev hub just for themselves. They literally built it to survive their own game launches, and now they've opened it up for the rest of us.
Which brings us to a really critical crossroads. Are you ready to stop relying on the Steam lottery? Seriously, if you're making indie games right now, just crossing your fingers and hoping an algorithm favors you is not a sustainable plan. You need durable, targeted visibility. And bundles give you exactly that by putting you right in front of the perfect buyers permanently. And now, the absolute worst parts of the process, finding the partner and doing the tedious setup, are completely handled for you.
You can jump into the matchmaking pool right now at madoctopus.fun/bundles. That wraps up our explainer for today. But I want to leave you with this one thought before we go. If automating your marketing and finding the perfect audience is actually this accessible, how much time and money are you currently wasting fighting an algorithm you literally cannot control? Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.